Okay, to close things out, let's get Shri back up here. And remember what I said, do what he asks. You'll all be better off.
I'm also joined by the wonderful Jigar Mehta, former SAJA president.
Great. Well, so at the end of last year, we, as we're starting to do our end of the year fundraising, we actually decided rather than just fundraise through our biggest donors, why don't we actually put a challenge? Why don't we actually challenge our members and our friends of SAJA to match a grant? And what we put together was the Editor's Challenge.
So what we did was we went and asked 11 of our senior-most journalists in New York and around the country to put some money forward, and they put up $10,000. And these 11 people, just to give you a sense of how big SAJA has become in terms of the influence of our members, just to show you, up on the left, of course, you know Fareed Zakaria. Jay Singh runs the largest news site in the world. He's the editor-in-chief of Yahoo. Madhulika Sikka, you know, runs the wonderful NPR Morning Edition. We also have Raju Narasetti, who, as you know, is delayed from the Washington Post, now at the Wall Street Journal. Devan Maharaj was a managing editor of the LA Times when he agreed to do this, and a few days later became the main editor of the LA Times, so good things happen. And he's the editor of the LA Times. Stephanie Mehta is the executive editor of Fortune magazine. Nick Deogan runs all of CNBC. Peter Bhatia, the second row there, is the head of the Oregonian, the editor of the Oregonian newspaper. Bobby Ghosh, many of you know, is the international editor of Time magazine. Tunku Varadarajan is the international editor of Newsweek magazine. And that's Om Malik, who founded SAJA with me and two other folks. Om runs one of the biggest blogs in the world, at Giga Om, which many of you know. He blogged so much that he gave himself a heart attack. And when he did, it was on the front page of the New York Times as a cautionary tale about what happens when you blog too much. But he's become so successful that he is one of the must-read people in the world. So that's just an example of our editors at the very top of the profession. When we started 18 years ago, there weren't this many folks. Since then, by the way, Jimmy Sonny, who you met before, has become the editor of the Huffington Post. And so next year he gets roped into this challenge. But just imagine how much power and influence all of these folks are wielding, and they stepped forward and created the Editor's Challenge. They gave us $10,000 and said, all right, go get matching funds, and we did.
Yeah, and to cut to the chase, over 200 of you, many of you who are in the room here tonight, stepped up to the challenge, and we raised over $20,000, which we are gladly going to be spending in the next year through our scholarships, internship funds, reporting fellowships, and whatnot. So tonight, we're going to announce
the SAJA Broadcast Challenge, which is something that tries to touch upon what we saw today, a lot of stuff with broadcast. So we thought we should really emphasize the broadcast part tonight. And our friend Ali Velshi, when he heard about the challenge last year, said, hey, what about us broadcast people? And he stepped forward and made an incredibly generous kickoff donation. He's the real Kickstarter here to give us $2,000 to fund SAJA scholarships going forward. And we have asked several broadcast journalists to step up, and I just want to read their names to you. Zubin Mehenti, Adnan Verk, and Kevin Nagandi from ESPN, Sital Patel from Fox Business News, Hita Prabhakar, who's a business journalist, Sukanya Krishnan from WPIX in New York, Uma Pemaraju from Fox, Fred DeSam Lazaro from PBS NewsHour, Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, many of you saw her when she won an Oscar last year for her documentary on Pakistan, is sending us money from Pakistan for this. Anish Raman, former CNN Middle East correspondent, Ravi Agarwal from Fareed Zakaria GPS, Madhulika Sikka stepped up again to support us, as did Hari Srinivasan of PBS. And then I just got an email, Nikhil Deogan, who, as you heard, gave us money last year and runs CNBC, just came up with $1,000 and said to all of you, step up and support us. So we hope that the challenge this year will be at least $10,000, and we are
So
going.
20,000 once we get the
Yeah,
match.
once we get the match. But what we'd love to do is any broadcasters in the room who want to be part of the charter members, so that Jigger will make that really nice graphic with your face on it and be seen all over the world, please tell us that you'd like to be a charter member. And all you need to do is make a donation of $250 to be a charter member, and then we'll go out to the rest of the world and try to raise that matching number by December 31st. You only have to promise to give us the money today, and you have to deliver only by December 31st. Ali will tell you something about debt ceilings and how that's not necessarily a good idea, but we believe that you do want to support the young journalists. And remember that SAJA's money doesn't just support the young journalists. The reporting fellowships make a difference in the lives of professional reporters who've been doing this for many years, and you heard a great pitch about that earlier. So please step up and support the SAJA Broadcast Challenge. If you're a broadcaster, become a charter member. If you're not a broadcaster, when we go out with the challenge, please give money at saja.org, and we'd really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I think Sri left me alone here because he wants me to say you can add me to that list. Okay. I'm being serious, really. I just don't have my checkbook on me, but it's at the hotel. Anyway, before we go, let's just thank Melanie Huff. Where did she go? Over there. Columbia's Assistant Dean of Students and our Special Events Advisor. And of course, thank the National Press Club for having all of us here. And of course, thank all of you for coming. Without all of you, someone like me wouldn't be able to stand here. So thank you. And lastly, please leave your name tags either on your table or with Ismat so that we can recycle them and make our treasurer happy for next year's gala. Thank you all. Thanks, everyone.